as we begin closing, let's talk about what you do right on your wrist every morning. It's in the film and the
Yeah.
movie. Uh, you say it initially stood for the Christ, and it's a daily ritual now.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what was the first day like when you did that? Were you inspired by something you had read, something you had seen? How did this all start?
Yeah. Before I found out about cancer, there was a scripture that kept coming up for me to live as Christ, to die as gain. And I kept hearing it everywhere I went. I was teaching on it, or I would like hear it on the radio. It was just such a weird, like, man, this is too weird to be just coincidence. And so it kind of became my life verse. Like for me to live as Christ, to die as gain. And then I found out about cancer and they gave me 5 years to live. And it was like, okay, wow, this just got real. That my life is to live with Jesus, not for him, but just with him. And so when I wrote that, the X used to stand for the Christ. And so when I just said, I'm done trying to live for me and build my kingdom is so silly. So, Jesus, this is about you. I just get to hang with you for the rest of my days. And if you wake me up again, I will write Christ on my wrist, remembering that I get to be a representer of you to anybody in front of me. I get to join you in the cool things that you're doing, and I don't have to be awesome. In fact, it's better if I'm not awesome. So that's kind of why I started writing it, and then I was like, every day I get to wake up again. So that's a real big gift.
Is it a Sharpie? What kind of marker do you use for this?
Yeah, it's just a Sharpie. I don't know. I just it's all I had, and I just started writing the X on my wrist, and somebody's like, "Well, you're gonna get sick." I'm like, you know what? Maybe. Then don't write an X on your wrist. But for me, I'm like, if I get something because I'm remembering Jesus all day long, I'm fine. And if that's how I get taken, that's like, man, okay, that's great. Sue me. So for me, it's a daily, instead of a tattoo, it's the daily reminder of like this. I would get good at what I practice, and I'm
Yeah,
going to practice being present and aware and saying, Jesus, you have my attention today.
you're
So I
putting
mean,
a
that's what
tattoo.
Hillary and I wrote a book called. Yes, again.
Go ahead.
Hillary and I wrote a book called Waking Up Again, and the whole concept of it is how do we wake up more intentionally? And I want to. I just think if Jesus people, if we can wake up and join Jesus, I mean, imagine what could happen even in our country alone if Jesus people stopped just doing our religious thing, but we just began to say, Jesus, you have my attention. I want to wake up today and be more intentional about just joining you in what you're doing. Man, then we're going to be hated because we are the biggest blessers of others. We bless our enemies. We are the people who people hate because we are so generous that it's like, man, let hate us for that. So, anyways, I get really excited about if Jesus people began to actually practice the heart of Jesus in the world. So that's why I write music. That's why we're writing books, is putting this stuff out there, inviting Jesus people to join him.